My wife dropped a bombshell on a Wednesday evening, right after we got home from work. I didn't even have time to set down my bag before she was pacing the living room, arms crossed, face tight with tension. She looked like she'd been holding something in for days, maybe weeks, and finally decided she couldn't anymore. "I need to tell you something," she said, voice quiet but urgent. I nodded, not knowing what I was agreeing to, just bracing myself. I could feel my stomach tighten, the way it always does when I know something is about to shift in our lives. She sat on the couch, pulled her knees up, and ran a hand through her hair. I don't even know where to start. This is going to sound completely insane, but I've been offered a job, abroad, in Paris. I blinked, momentarily stunned. Paris? I said. Like, moving? She nodded, biting her lip. Yes, and it's not just any job. It's a career move I've been waiting for my entire life. It's incredible, but it's in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. That's all it would take to turn everything upside down. I sank into the armchair trying to process. Work, bills, the apartment, our routines, our weekend plans. It was all suddenly a tangle of logistics and emotions. "I didn't want to tell you until I was sure," she said. "I was hoping maybe we could figure something out together. But I also understand if this changes things, or if you can't come with me." I leaned back, rubbing my face. I don't know," I admitted. "It's a huge opportunity, and I want you to take it. I really do. But what about us? What about our life here?" She reached over and took my hand. "I don't want to lose you. I don't want to hurt you. I can't let this pass. I've worked too hard for this. I thought maybe we could figure out a way. Maybe I go first, and we see how it works, or you come with me." The idea of leaving my job, my friends, my city, it was terrifying. But the thought of her turning down this opportunity, letting it slip away, made my chest tighten in a different way. I had never seen her light up like she did when she talked about her work. This was bigger than both of us in some ways. We spent hours that night talking. Maps, visas, rent prices, jobs, schedules, even grocery stores. We weighed options, tried to predict what would happen if we tried a long-distance arrangement, what it would take for me to find work there, what it would mean for our relationship. Each scenario seemed both thrilling and terrifying. By the time we finally went to bed, exhausted from talking and planning and arguing and dreaming, nothing had been solved. But something had shifted. We were facing the future together, even if it was uncertain, even if it was scary. The next morning, she kissed me before work, a gentle, steady reminder that despite the bombshell, despite the upheaval, she was still here, and we were still a team. I felt the knot in my stomach loosen slightly. We didn't have all the answers yet, but we had each other, and for now, that was enough. Over the following weeks, we fell into a rhythm of planning, researching, and adjusting. Sometimes it felt overwhelming, and sometimes it felt exhilarating. Every small decision, flights, apartments, work arrangements, was a test of patience, compromise, and trust. But with every step, I realized we were navigating it together, and that made all the difference. The day she left for Paris, standing at the airport with our bags stacked beside us, I felt a strange mix of pride and fear. She hugged me tightly, whispered that she loved me, and promised we'd make it work. And as I watched her walk toward the gate, I understood that life had changed in an instant. But somehow, even in that upheaval, it had also become bigger, brighter, and full of possibility. That night, I sat alone in our apartment, the rooms feeling emptier, quieter, but not entirely abandoned. I thought about the weeks ahead, about navigating long distance, about the challenges we'd face. But more than anything, I thought about her, the spark in her eyes, the determination in her voice, the way she had trusted me with her dreams. And I knew that whatever happened next, we would face it together.